Hello and welcome back to Crime and Sports.
Yay!
Yay. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmie Whisman.
Thank you guys so much for joining us as always. All you returning listeners, thank you for coming back again. If you're a new listener, wow, buckle up because you've decided to tune in for a crazy one. About the craziest person we've ever covered. This person, like the one we have today, Jimmie, it's like if you take Evangelos Goussis, like it's got that sort of organized, crimey sort, but it's take a little Robert Rozier culty thing also, and murderousness, and then just throw in some Tommy Morrison white trash over the top.
But you got to sprinkle in some Bruno de Souza gang affiliation.
You also have to sprinkle
need some
that.
gang.
There's some gang affiliations. Yeah, you have to sprinkle in a lot of things here, and also just Jimmy Superfly Snuka wrestler wackiness also. It's a wild story we have this week, so get ready for that one. Before we get into that, first things first, I want to thank everybody for their iTunes reviews. Thank you guys. iTunes reviews mean the world to us. Please get on there. Give us 5 stars. Do your following instructions or following directions or whatever. Say something nice if you feel like it. It helps us move up the ranks, helps us get better sponsors, and then we don't have to beg you for money on Patreon and all that kind of sort of thing. So please
rather have somebody else's money.
We'd rather have sponsors' money. Right. We don't want your money. Also, too,
Speaking of sponsors,
we're going to do a little favor this week. We never do this up front. We never do anything like this. But Python Cricket, guys,
they're fucking incredible.
They sent us this bat.
They make a bat like nobody's business.
This thing is beautiful. Now, I can honestly say it is the finest cricket bat I've ever held in my hands. That said, I have never held a cricket bat anywhere near my hands. So
this thing is solid, one piece of wood.
It's beautiful, guys.
With a rubber-wrapped handle, and holding it, I told James, I feel like Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles. The thing is fucking badass.
I just want to whack a tennis ball with this fucking thing so bad and see how far it goes.
I guarantee 4 blocks.
Oh, it's
I guarantee
beautiful.
it.
But the guys from Python Cricket sent it to us, and we just want to thank them. And we want to tell you guys, everybody over there in the UK and Australia and wherever the hell else you guys want to play some cricket, if you have any cricket bat needs, these are your guys. Go to pythoncricket.com and pick up a cricket bat. It's the finest quality cricket bat you're going to get for the money. It's
unbelievable
really good
bat.
Product. So do that. Thank you, Python Cricket. We really
really appreciate it. It's so solid. My wife, I got it in the mail, and my wife goes. I came home from work. She goes, "There's a box for you in the living room, and it's kind of heavy. I don't know what's in it." And there's this long, and right when I saw the shape of it, I knew. I was like, "Oh, Cricket really sent it. They were not fucking around. Python Cricket really sent it."
Good guys over there. Good people. Yeah. Thank you, Python Cricket, so much.
It's kick ass.
All right. That said, we'll get to shout-outs later. We're going to tell everybody we love later, but let's get into this right away.
Let's go.
Also, too, hope you enjoyed Dave Meggett, as big a train wreck as we've had. Wow, was that a pile of insanity, Dave Meggett.
Sure was.
I had a blast with Dave Meggett, personally. Apparently, you guys liked our Shawarma Man. We had a lot of Shawarma Man feedback, which makes me laugh.
That was fun. I coughed heavily.
Oh, God,
because
we were
of
dying on that. I felt ridiculous doing that. For laughing so much at it, not being able to speak.
Doing it was fun.
Doing it was great. I had no complaints with that.
Because I don't know the fucking guy.
No. She says she have money and not give to us. I make so for you. Okay. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have a wild one. It's a wrestler, a professional wrestler. Don't care if you like wrestling or not. Like we say, you don't even have to like sports. If you're a new listener, you don't like sports, doesn't matter.
Stick around.
Because
there's very little sports.
We set up the sports to show you where the downfall point comes from. Where's the mountaintop and where's he going? What kind of behavior sets up later behavior? For us, it's like almost like a little psychology thing that we like to do. So
it's a little trip.
This guy is as big a disaster as anyone we've covered. He would eat Dave Meggett for lunch, this man.
Yeesh.
He absolutely would. He's a monster of a human being here. His name is Ion William Croitoru. Now, he's Romanian. Well, his parents are from Romania. He's born in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. He's a Canadian. Goes by John, by the way. Okay. So we're going to call him John. We're not going to call him Ion here, or Ion, or whatever the fuck Romanian way. But it's
probably Jan.
Jan. I don't know if it's like Croitoru or Croitoru. I don't know what the Romanian. I don't know. I didn't look. I looked up a lot.
For the next hour and a half, he is John.
I have a lot of research, but I couldn't get into Romanian pronunciations and dialects. I couldn't do it, guys. I don't have the fucking energy. And honestly, that's where I have to draw the line.
That's a bit much.
I love you people to death, but I can't. I'm not even interested in that, so I didn't want to look it up.
It's so fascinating to me that you're so Italian, and your ability to really speak another language.
I have no
is
idea.
Fucking. It's nothing. It's
I have
nil.
no clue. No idea.
In soccer terms, it's nil.
Nil. I have nil in terms of pronunciation skills of languages.
Right.
I've never seen last names. And I don't know a lot of Romanians either, so
Right.
I don't know.
You're Italian from New York. It's a miracle you know fucking English.
Exactly.
So let's move on.
I speak English well for what
It's a fucking
where
miracle.
I come from. It really is. He's born on December 7th, 1965. Old John Croitoru, we'll call him.
So he is a 60-year-old man?
At this point,
Yeah.
looking
Okay.
like it.
All
Yeah,
right.
or 50.
Yeah. Is that 50?
50.
50. Yeah, 50-something-year-old man.
Yeah, he's a 51-year-old man at this point. He grows up, his parents are from Romania, so they're hardcore Romanian. And he grows up in Hamilton, Ontario. Like I said, he plays hockey, of course, because he's Canadian. Doesn't matter if he's Romanian or anything else.
It's just what you do.
He plays junior hockey, actually, for the Kitchener Rangers of the Ontario Hockey League.
Okay.
It's like a decent junior league, I guess, but he does not get drafted into the NHL at all. So, I guess that's every Canadian kid's
He's a pretty big
dream.
guy?
He's a really big, he's 6 foot tall. So he's not that tall, but he is a monster. He is barrel-chested, huge arms,
Maybe that's
300 pounds.
Maybe he couldn't skate.
He's wrestling at 300 pounds
All right.
when he wrestles, and he's jacked. And he's one of these guys that he's probably all jacked up on roids, but even if he wasn't, he's just enormous. He's just one of these guys, if you saw him in a bar, you would actively make a note to not bump into him by accident, just in case.
Perfect.
He's a psychopath, and this guy is, so you wouldn't want to bump into him.
Right.
So he takes his psychopathic giant ways, and he becomes a wrestler with it. What else do you do? You're Canadian, can't play hockey for a living. What else do you do? You can either go tap the maple syrup tree, or you can...
Ice harvesting or some shit? I don't know.
Yes.
I watched Frozen. I don't know.
Or, there you go. You're going to end up... end up in wrestling, or later on a biker gang, as we see also. He breaks into wrestling in 1984, trains for about 6 months, does that sort of thing. That seemed to be kind of the way it worked back then. You do your training for about 6 months, and they'd start throwing you in the ring. And he's up in Canada. He breaks into the Stampede territory. Okay. That is Bret the Hitman Hart's father's territory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Stu Hart's territory.
Fascinating.
That's an old school. If anybody's a wrestling fan, they know about Stu Hart and Stampede, and that's where the British Bulldogs came from, and Bret Hart and all those guys, and Bad News Brown. Tons of wrestlers came from that Western Canada Stampede deal. And Stu Hart's a legend, and he would take people in the basement and to twist them into pretzels and call that training. And
That's
shit
training,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy.
It's just beating the shit out of somebody
He's just beat the shit out of people. And they say there's a Beyond the Mat, if you guys have ever seen that documentary. They go to Bret Hart's house. And is that Beyond the Mat? I don't think it's Beyond the Mat. I think it's the A&E one that Bret Hart did, where the whole thing with Vince McMahon. It's an A&E documentary, Beyond the Shadow, Behind, whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter.
Behind
Look it
the
up.
creepy shit.
Behind the bullshit. And they go into Stu Hart's basement, and he's like a 78-year-old man who's hunched over and, clearly in bad physical shape.
Yeah.
And he's got a jacked up 20-year-old muscle head on the ground with his face pressed into the mat, screaming for his life.
Oh, Jesus.
Going, please, sir, please, sir. And he's going, how's that feel? Hey, you like that? You like that, buddy?
Say,
how's
Uncle.
that feel? And the kid's like, oh, my God, it hurts. And he's like, how's that feel, Pally? And he's laughing and shit. So this is old-time, dirty, tough guy wrestling.
Yeah.
This isn't new, no one's coming out in a...
Nobody's glistening.
No one's glistening and
There's no rock music and fire.
These guys come out and look like they beat the shit out of you if you cross them, which is what they did. So he stays up in Canada for a little while, comes down to the States in about 85, kicks around a little bit, goes to the AWA, which is a Minnesota-based territory, so he throws his ass off up there, which is no big deal for him. He's from Canada. He wins the Southern Heavyweight title up in AWA. It's Vern Gagne's territory up there. That was where Hulk Hogan became a big star before he went to W. That's where Vince McMahon stole him from.
Interesting.
So he was AWA, another place that gave a lot of big stars in wrestling their chance. So Bobby the Brain Heenan went there, and Mean Gene was an AWA announcer, and he had all those guys, and Vince just stole them.
Hilarious.
Basically. He's wrestling under the name the Terrible Turk when he first starts. He's a bald head. He shaves his head bald. He's got a big handlebar biker mustache.
Fitting.
He's just a thick, badass-looking dude, and it fits in up there. First, he wrestles under the name The Terrible Turk. Ends up going to WWF, now WWE, as everybody, I'm sure, is aware of WWE, in 1986-ish, and changes his name. And this is the name he goes by professionally and personally pretty much for the rest of his life. Changes his name to Johnny Canine.
Oh!
Johnny Canine.
That's solid.
That's
a scary name.
That's a scary name. He says that there's in their own words about how he decided on this name. And you can kind of get a glimpse into what we're dealing with here, just from the syntax and the thought that this would be how you choose your name in any capacity here.
Fantastic.
He says, in their own words, quote, I was just starting to get into wrestling, and I always wanted Johnny Canine. I got the name during a big fight. We all got thrown in the paddy wagon, and I saw a police car with the word canine on it, and I said, that's my name, Johnny Canine. Doesn't
really picked it off of a cop car?
So, look, that it doesn't realize that means dog.
Dog, right.
Dog. He said, yeah, I want to be Johnny Dog. That's perfect for me. Johnny Canine.
He's just a dummy.
But he's a meathead, and I love his deal with, I got the name during a big fight. We're all in the paddy wagon. That's not the story. No. For me or you, big fight.
He could have left the big fight out.
Big fight, thrown in the paddy wagon. That's the fucking story for us. This guy, no. He's thinking about, what's that word on the side? Rather than shit, I'm going to jail.
Why is there that letter and that number together?
What's up with that?
That's me.
Dude? So that's the kind of, he's obviously a mental giant. Just a elder statesman of...
Exploding with wisdom.
Of intellectualism, really. He's wrestling in WWF at that point, WWE. He's billed as from Romania. He goes as Johnny Canine, and he wore like a slightly kind of a gypsy-ish bandana thing on his head, kind of like a long band, like Bodie on The Wire, except black and, not West Baltimore drug dealer style. And he was a jobber, which is he's the guy that everybody would beat the shit out of. If you watched wrestling on a Saturday morning,
there's a job and there's a work.
Is
that what it is? The job
is as you do the job means you lose.
Shoot and work.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, the work is just to pretend like you're beating each other up. That's working. But yeah, he's the guy. If Macho Man's going to drop an elbow on him in 3 minutes on TV real quick,
he's the guy that gets it.
Yeah, Gorilla Monsoon's going to go, oh, look at him, he looks like a tough guy, and then the guy beats him in 3 minutes. That's how it works. He would do a big... I remember him as a kid, only because the name Johnny Canine was stupid. And as a 9-year-old, they'd be like, why the fuck would he call himself Johnny Canine? I remember thinking, what a stupid name as a child.
Yeah.
You couldn't slip that past a child. I'm thinking that's a dumb shit name. And he would do this thing where he would yell and scream and drop to his knees and do a cross thing with his a Des Bryant above his head,
like a DMX X,
like an X above his head, and for some reason that has wanting to be Johnny X, Johnny X. You're Johnny Canine.
Be the executioner.
What does that have?
Other than Johnny Canine?
What does that have to do with dogs?
An X move.
By the way, no dog theme at all.
Maybe that's
when
where DMX got all that.
Maybe he's like, shit, man, Johnny Canine already taken. I'm gonna be DMX now. Fuck it.
That's how I fuck with dogs.
That's what he said. DMX got in a fight and he's in a paddy wagon. And he's sitting there. Jimmie just dropped his phone. Everybody,
God damn it!
I don't think it's broken.
No, it's not. I think we're in good news. Or good shape. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened though. DMX was in a paddy wagon. He's like, I'm gonna call myself Johnny Canine. And he looked it up. He's like, fuck,
someone's already took it.
Shit. All right, fine.
But that's about they probably are on the same intellectual brainwave.
Probably.
And equal smarts because they both are.
Absolutely.
Clearly retarded.
They're not smart.
They're not
people.
Working with a full deck, that's for sure.
This guy is... I don't know if I'd call him more crazy or stupid, Johnny Canine.
There's a little of both for sure.
It's definitely a competition. It's a
to
race.
See which one's worse.
It's a race to the bottom, let me tell you that. This is a race to the fucking bottom, boy.
That's fantastic.
Johnny Canine. So yeah, he's going and he's just getting the shit beat out of him by everybody. So he would be like, it's him and Pedro Morales and this guy. It's 3 bums get beat up by 3 half-decent guys, and Tito Santana's kicking his ass. It's very, very sad. He gets a movie part in 1987.
Wow.
Old Johnny Canine.
Johnny Canine's a movie star.
Things are looking good for Johnny Canine. He's on TV with the WWF. They made decent coin back then, those guys. He's touring with them. He's in this movie called The Oklahoma Smugglers, which...
Never heard of it.
That sounds like a gay cowboy movie. But not Brokeback Mountain gay, like romantic. This shit was like dirty gay. They get out on the range and they're like, all right, pal, grab your ankles. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those.
It's just fist fucking.
The horse is participating. It's fucking scary.
Doubt. There's a horse dick dangling.
Yeah, the horse is teabagging
and
him while he's
they're
going.
betting on who
It's
can
horrible.
take the most horse dick.
The most horse cock. That's the name. I think that's what the movie was. Oklahoma Cock Smugglers. He plays a wrestler in the movie, so big stretch there.
He's got some range.
He's got range. The storyline, the IMDb has like nothing on this. They have like 10 actors that have never been in anything else. It's the only thing they were ever in. It's filmed in Canada, so you know if Canada's known for anything, it's their high-quality film industry. Jesus Christ. And then the storyline, no, sorry, Canada, no offense, but you guys, I put out some horse shit.
I don't think I've seen one.
If you watch a movie and it's a little off, where you're like, it looks like it's almost filmed right, and those people are like, they're 98% attractive, but they're not quite there.
Yeah.
Watch till the end, it'll say 100% filmed in British Columbia, and you'll go, that's what it is.
Now it makes sense.
It's a little off. It's just a little off.
Just a tinge of un-American.
It's very, not even un-American, it's just off.
Just a tinge of unprofessional.
Where you're like, not even unprofessional, just distinctly Canadian. Where you're like, it's a little less attractive, it's a little less shiny, but it's good solid fare. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they produce. That's Canada. We love Canada, by the way. I'm a huge fan of Canadians because they're the nicest goddamn people, even though they're going to want to kill us after this episode.
After what you just did to them. Go on.
So the storyline, this is the only thing under like plot, synopsis, storyline on IMDb is, quote, this is the exact quote, so you know. And a guy named Ota made it. Ota is his OTA is the guy's first name. That's the director.
What?
So it's he wrote this and he's a foreigner, which is another reason why you know it's hilarious.
Sure, it's not Ota.
The fucking shawarma guy directed this movie, and he says I'll just use his accent. Fuck it, in the IMDb here in the beginning, he said, this is what it says. Is an action-filled, punch-happy, light-hearted adventure. Is an action-filled, punch-happy, light-hearted adventure. Who wants shawarma? I make for you. I give now. I cut. You want lamb? I make lamb. Dave Meggett's over here. Eat. You like? Good? Okay. Johnny K9, you come in.
No prostitute in hotel.
No prostitute. No, they get stain all over carpet.
They no pay.
It's they no pay. They tell me they have money, then they no pay me. So, yeah, a lot of these actors, like I said, are all just like, that's their only movie. They did Oklahoma Smugglers, and then they, went back to, I don't know, gay fluffing. I have no idea, I suppose. Or regular straight fluffing.
Just straight up.
I'm not going to cast any aspersions on that. I don't care who you're fluffing, but I think that's what they were doing. He gets WWE, loses interest in him in a couple of years, because, like I said, he's not, like, doing anything. He's just getting the shit beat out of him. And after a while, you can only get the shit beat out of you a few dozen, a couple hundred times on television before they go, why is that guy even fighting?
Right.
We've
seen him get his ass kicked several times.
Yeah, he's not a threat anymore.
Right.
Because when he came in, he looked tough.
Yeah.
Thing is, like WWE back then, Hulk Hogan's like 6'6", 6'7", and all the big guys were huge. Andre the Giant was big back then. These guys are all 6'4", 6'6". If you're 6 foot, no matter how thick you are, you don't look like you're in the same league as Hulk Hogan when he's a head bigger than you. So that was a problem for old Johnny. He could never crack that next
just didn't
level
measure
down.
up.
No, and it was mainly just height. It was, so he heads to Japan, where height is not a problem.
Good for him.
Not a problem.
Good for him.
Heads over there like 88-ish. He wrestles for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He's Andre the Giant there.
Over there. Over there, he just looks like a big, tough American, and they like that shit over there because they want their Japanese guys to beat the shit out of the big, tough-looking, boss American.
Take down the big fucking giant. Take down the fucking, what are their names from the fucking Bible?
Goliath is
David and Goliath, yeah.
I think Goliath. So, we've said in the past,
Japanese David. I don't know much about the Bible.
There's one thing we know.
Of it.
Yeah, there's one thing we know less about than soccer, and that is the Bible.
The Bible,
clearly.
I will do my best at references, and that is all you're getting.
And it will be wrong. So, fuck off. Sorry, we're doing our best here.
I think I nailed that one though. I think I got that story right.
I think you did. I don't have time to study religion on this shit too. I got no
Japanese
Romanian
David
dialects.
beat the American Goliath. That's what it is.
So on Japan, we have an in their own words over here, just because it's funny. I like the way he talks. It makes me laugh on this. On Japan, in their own words, he says, quote, "They fucking break my nose over there. Crack your ribs. They're tough over there."
That's because that's all they can reach.
They're like shit, yeah.
They're breaking your ribs.
Japanese style is known for being extra hard.
Really?
They beat the shit out of each other over there because they want it to look real. The crowd respects that more, that they're putting the effort in. By the way, sorry about this wrestling talk for a few minutes. We're going to get to so much fucking crime in a minute. Just, it's choking with crime. Getting all this out because there isn't going to be much time to talk about his career again, because it will just be like, oh, then he's heavyweight champ over here. But let me tell you about 14 other things he got arrested for, because it's insane.
Can't wait.
Also at this time, he heads to, after Japan a little bit, he heads back to Hamilton, and he starts a wrestling promotion in Hamilton called the Canadian International Championship Wrestling, CICW.
He created it?
Him and a guy named Mike Kelly, who was in a tag team called the Super Destroyers. If you're a very old school wrestling fan, you might remember the Super Destroyers, and a guy named Bob Clark. They started this promotion trying to capitalize on kind of the wrestling boom, which was actually going down at this point.
Yeah.
They got in at the wrong part of it. Promotion folds in less than a year. Nothing really comes of it.
Sounds about right.
So he's got to start getting other things lined up. And what he gets lined up is he starts serving drinks and hanging around the clubhouse for a motorcycle gang called the Satan's Choice Outlaws.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he starts hanging out at their clubhouse, serving drinks, basically pledging membership is what he's doing. He's hanging out doing the whole thing. He's a new recruit.
Yeah.
And he quickly, because the guy's a giant guy, and he's kind of a local celebrity. Because I mean, I don't know how many famous people are from Hamilton, Ontario, but he's been on fucking television. He was cock smuggling over in Oklahoma a couple of years ago on whatever the fuck movie that was. And he's got things going on for him. He's been on television. They like him, and he's a big goddamn tough guy.
Yeah.
So
he can be an enforcer.
He actually becomes president of the chapter.
Jesus.
Here within like a year and a half. He becomes president of the chapter. But late 1989, early 1990, not a lot of information on this, but he's arrested for cocaine trafficking.
I was just about to say that. This is going to be the marker of the beginning of crime, and it's going to involve drugs, and it's trafficking.
Well, the high point is Oklahoma cock smugglers. That's the high point of this guy's life so far. And now he's going down into cocaine trafficking.
He's taking horse sausage, and that is the best day of his life.
Absolutely. And we'll see later on, he figures out the legal system a little better. Clearly didn't have that great of a grasp of it now, because he's actually arrested and convicted of cocaine trafficking in the end. He serves 10 months in prison.
Jesus.
And he had other little things. This is the other thing with him. He's just a crazy son of a bitch. Like I said, he was in the back of a paddy wagon for a big fight. So, I mean, that's another arrest he had that we don't even have record of.
Right.
But that
Some
happened.
bar fight or something.
Yeah, that happened in the early, because I think 83 was when he first started getting arrested. So I'm assuming that happened then. Also, he's got like forgery charges that we never hear about. So I think that happened during that time. He's just generally gets in trouble a lot. He's
just a general scumbag.
So he serves 10 months in prison for this, for
the trafficking.
Mm-hmm. He gets out in 91. He, at this point, is the Satan's Choice president of the local chapter. Mm-hmm. They purchase an old convenience store for $40,000 for their clubhouse headquarters, for like a new one. So they're, he's like a mayor going, I'm going to bring the harbor back to life. You know what I mean? Like, elect me and I'll put up, nice condos by the harbor. That's what he's doing. He's the chapter, and he's like, we're going to get new
the
digs.
economy back in here.
Yeah. There's a rundown old 7-Eleven there that hasn't been operated in 3 years. I bet we can move right in there.
We can sell some things and get some profits going and get the travel industry coming back through here. Get some tourists.
The travel industry.
Get some tourists coming for the coke.
So this doesn't happen. He's not there for very long, out of jail, when he's arrested again, this time for assault.
Oh.
Obviously, I mean, he's clearly going to assault
Sometimes the mayor's got to punch some people.
He's got to punch some people just to let them know.
Got to get shit in line.
Yeah, get in line and vote for me.
Right.
Vote for Croitoru 2016.
Write that in.
Write in Croitoru. So he is actually convicted again on this one. He serves 7 months in jail for this little assault.
7 months?
He gets 7 months, so he's building a little resume now of crime. One of the officers, one of the Ontario Police Department officers that's kind of, he was assigned to the bikers. He's like their biker expert type of thing. He said he was watching all of them at this time.
He's on the biker gang beat?
He's on the biker gang beat. And he said of John, this is interesting, he said of John, quote, After a while, you can tell who's cut out for the life and who isn't. I could tell right away he wouldn't make it. Some of the guys would talk to you. If there was a guy who was really into bikes, you could talk bikes. But K9 would talk about anything, especially himself. He was just stupid that way. So he's just a fucking idiot.
He just wanted to be the guy.
His whole thing, and as we're going to go through this, his whole thing is he just wants to be looked at as
he wants to be respected.
Important.
Yeah.
He wants to be important. He's like Fredo with muscles. He wants
Yeah.
to be important and cool and thought of as a badass
Yeah.
and, a celebrity, and it's what he wants. He's looking for it, and he's been looking for it, and he's sort of got it up to this point, and he's still going for it. Good for you.
Don't punch people to get it, though.
Don't punch people, but he's back in wrestling in '92. He goes back. He's in a promotion called MTW, which is a Michigan-based shitty independent wrestling
to America,
company.
huh?
Yeah, he comes. It's all up there, whatever.
It may as well be Canada.
He's going as it might as well be.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Going as Taras Bulba. That's quite the name.
Taras Bulba?
Taras Bulba.
That's not scary.
It's a terrible name.
Yeah.
He's billing himself as king of the chain matches.
Jesus.
Like he's calling himself like he's basically an Eastern European lunatic is what he's going as. Like
But Bulba, that's too close to vulva.
Yeah, Taras Bulba. That's not a good name.
No.
That sounds like
Stick with K9, bro. What are you doing?
Vulva,
You picked it. You earned
Johnny
it, for
fucking
God's sake.
K9.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, the K9 thing is ruined because he's got the shit beat out of him on TV for 3 years.
That's a good point.
He goes, Johnny K9. That's the guy I saw lose 400 times. Yeah, he stinks. I remember him. So he's kind of got to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
Now he catches a lucky break here. We're getting to some funny shit here because he catches a lucky break in 1994. Jim Cornette. If you don't know who Jim Cornette is, just Google Jim Cornette. Google Jim Cornette Dairy Queen on YouTube. Just YouTube it, actually. YouTube Jim Cornette Dairy Queen. Let the video play. It's him freaking out in the middle of the night on a Dairy Queen drive-thru person.
Really?
Calling her a cunt and everything else.
That's awesome.
They order a bunch of food. And they get up to the window, and they waited online, did the whole thing. They get up to the window, and there's like 6 wrestlers in the car, so they ordered a ton of shit because they're all humongous, and it's the only thing open in a small town. They get up to the thing.
They're ordering chili dogs and stuff.
Yeah, they're ordering all sorts of shit, and they get up to the window, and they're like, where's the order? And the lady's like, I didn't know y'all were serious. I thought you were messing around. He gets out of the car like a lunatic. What the fuck you mean you think I'm serious? What the fuck I'm ordering the goddamn food for? You think I'm serious? You fucking cunt, goddamn son of a bitch. And this lady's like, he's like going in the window after her. It's the funniest thing ever.
Like she's Greg Rosenthal and wrote some nice thing
about Dave Megan. Yeah, he's going crazy, and all the wrestlers are laughing their asses off in the car. One of them's got like a old
like
school
a handy
VHS,
cam.
literally, because it's like 1993,
Awesome.
and an old school VHS camera, and they're
Hilarious.
like, "This is our Jim Cornette,
On his
guys."
shoulder.
Yeah, and he's just flailing around, acting like you see him through the windshield. Just you son of a bitch bastard. He's got this kind of high pitched Southern accent. But
Awesome.
He's hilarious, actually, and he's a really, really smart guy. He has a podcast, Jim Cornette Experience, I think it is, or something. But it's guys.
You should have sent that shit to Bob Saget on America's Funniest Home Video.
It's hilarious. It would just be all beeps. It's really funny. It's got a shitload of hits on YouTube too. It's like a famous
It'd just
thing.
be all beeps.
It's all beeps. It would just be him flailing and just cunt being beeped every third word.
Hilarious.
So this guy is a character, and he's really, really smart, actually, too. He's a smart guy, and he ran his own wrestling promotion at this time in Knoxville, Tennessee, called Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
And this is Cornette.
This is Jim Cornette, and this wasn't, Smoky Mountain's not a WWE, but it's also not a MTW Michigan thing. It's like a mid-range. They're on television in the local area. They're like their talent, will go to WWE after a little while.
They'll graduate.
They'll graduate to there. WWE, they had a little arrangement.
They're like a farm system.
They're a farm, and they would send WWE would send guys like that were coming back from injuries down there, like minor league rehab, basically, and they do some
wrestling
matches.
AAA.
Yeah, or you need to get a guy off TV for a few weeks for whatever reason. You'd send him down there, and he'd wrestle and draw him some houses down there, and get some money in. Anyway, he's seen by Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette likes him and takes him into Smoky Mountain.
Double A. Triple A?
Triple A. Yeah.
Is it Triple A?
Triple A. There's double and Triple A in baseball.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Double's
just making
worse.
sure.
Triple's closer to the majors.
It's late at night. Sorry.
It's late
Go
at
on.
night. Again, we're late at night, guys.
I'm like, in my head, I'm going, that's a car service, stupid fuck.
That's you dumb shit.
Okay, so let's move on.
He gives him a new name at this point.
Really?
Gives him the name Bruiser Bedlam.
They didn't like Bulba.
We didn't like Taris Bulba.
No.
Jim Cornette, like I said, smart guy, this Jim Cornette.
So Bruiser what?
Bruiser Bedlam.
Well,
like Bedlam, like the hospital. Yeah, it's
a little more scary.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
And for a big guy like this, and he looks crazy. He's covered in fucking tattoos. By this point, he's covered in tats too. He's a big
biker tattoos,
biker tats, and he looks scary.
He's got like a swastika on his chest.
Bro,
or
he's
some shit.
scary. Actually, Jim Cornette talks about some of it. He's got a couple of stories about him, which is hilarious. So he would go down to Smoky Mountain Wrestling on the weekends for him, which is, this is amazing. He'd come down every weekend from Canada to Knoxville. And he goes, he'd come down in the winter in an open Jeep with no shirt on.
Wow.
From Canada. He just drove the whole way with no shirt and an open Jeep. That's
just the heater blazing.
Who knows? He's just a big, he doesn't care. He's just...
He's just got enough whale fat blubber that it insulates him.
Not even Canada. Who drives through the Midwest and in the United States? Or
that's a good point.
In the winter, he's like, so the guys were immediately thought, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's, the only guy driving in with no shirt on.
Icicles hanging off his nipples.
Oh, absolutely. He said, Jim Cornette said he was, at the time, he didn't even know he was associating with the biker guys at all. He had no fucking idea. He said, well, he says about him here, he says, quote, he was not as bad a guy as his press would dictate. Quote, a good guy to have on your side. Which, he seems like the guy you'd want to be your pal.
You stand around behind you.
Call him if you're in a pinch
until you
here.
fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely. He says, like, they would do things like he could bench press over 600 pounds.
Good
legit
grief.
Bench press, roids or whatever, but he could legit put up 600 pounds, which is insane. That's the kind of barrel-chested guy we're talking about here.
That's sick.
And they would put him on television at this time to do bench press 625 pounds.
As like a circus freak.
Yeah, as look how tough he is. He's going to kill the good guy because he was a bad guy. He would shoot videos of him bench pressing and then breaking bottles over his head and shit because he was nuts. He'd just break glass bottles over his head. He didn't give a shit. He became their television champion, so he actually was achieving some wrestling success here. He said, Jim Cornette said he had a large tattoo on his stomach, a big giant tattoo on his stomach that read "True to the Crew." And
oh boy,
Cornette said, what's your deal with your tats? Because they sit in cars for hours. These guys, what's up with your tats?
And you've always got no shirt on.
You always got no shirt on. You're sitting around. He's in the middle of winter. He has no shirt on.
This is a conversation piece at this point. We're going to talk about him.
He probably doesn't own a shirt. This man. If you're not wearing a shirt, driving from Canada to Tennessee in the winter in an open Jeep, when do you wear a shirt? When you get married, no shirt, just a bow tie like a Chippendale dancer. He doesn't care. He's a fucking maniac.
He tattooed a shirt.
He just tattooed a shirt. That'd be just buttons. Yeah. That'd be nice.
He's got a pocket over his nipple.
It's a linen shirt I tattooed on myself. He explained that this True to the Crew tattoo, that's hard to say, that was a bunch of guys in prison that agreed to get the tattoo when they got out. And they all designed it. And he said that he was scared to not have the tattoo next time he sees these guys, if he sees them when they get out.
Oh,
boy. It was imagine how scary they are. Where this guy's I don't want to be seen without the tattoo. God knows I won't have a shirt on. So.
I'm just going to always not have a shirt on so that they can see it.
They can see it. Just broadcast. Maybe that's why.
Just in case I run across one of these guys, I want them to see that I still got it.
They need to know. Cornette said of him, quote, he was very loyal. If a friend of his had a problem with somebody, they had a problem with him too. Apart from the murder charges, he was great. Apart from the murder charges,
kills
great guy.
People.
That's why Cornette's funny too. He's got good comedic timing.
I like
this
it.
Guy. Never knew he never knew he was with the bikers, and old Johnny Canine loved Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He's in their own words here.
Fantastic.
He says, quote, Smoky Mountain, I loved it. That was the best year of my life in this business. Plus, I was champ there. I beat Savage, Cactus Jack, Jake the Snake, as WWF would send their guys there. So he beat Jake the Snake, Randy Macho
beat all
Man
those
Savage.
Guys.
Yeah, they'd have him go over and they'd have him beat those guys to make him look good.
Yeah.
So that way, when he goes to fight somebody, all the people there believe in him because he beat the famous guy.
That'd be Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Makes sense. In 1995, Cornette gets him a tryout with WWF as a legit wrestler. He has one match as Bruiser Bedlam. It's a dark match, they call it, which is a tryout. He does not get signed, so no more WWF. He joins April 21st, 1995. He becomes the Border City Wrestling Can-Am Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, that sounds desperate.
That is bad shit. That's some, who knows, they're probably wrestling in a fucking used car parking lot. It's terrible. That's a shame to see. So he's gone. This is
it's already down.
To slide here. Now let's get to probably the craziest thing anybody's ever done in crime and sports history. This is insane. And
Johnny Canine did it.
Johnny Canine is the guy. I mean, we've had nutty shit.
We've had our run.
We've had a lot.
We had Sally McNeil doing ball crushing videos in her basement.
We had that. We had crimes though. We've had murders.
Killing children,
molesting children. Horrible. Which those crimes are worse. Don't get me wrong. But this is the craziest. This is one where you're like, who the fuck does this? What year? What country are they in? Canada's a civilized country. Right. They're not in the Sudan over
freedom.
Here. This is insanity. So, December 15th, 1996, old Johnny and several of his Satan's Choice associates are hanging out in a strip club. They go to a strip. Now imagine too, you're the bouncer. You see a bunch of these fucking guys walk in. You gotta be
this guy with no shirt and says "True to the Crew" on his stomach.
But they're all wearing their gang colors. They're all wearing their jackets. Right. That's what they fucking wear. You've seen everybody out there seen bikers.
Right.
You
guys,
roll
up on a Harley or some chopper, and you got a logo on the back that says whatever your gang is.
This is apparently not allowed in the strip club.
They rarely allow it.
They do not want gang affiliations in the strip club. There's tits here. We don't need to get into all that.
There are ladies here that are very vulnerable.
Because there's naked women here. Is it important who you're associating with at this point? If there's one place...
There's a vagina right there.
Right there.
Why do you care what's on his jacket?
There's one place where all penis people should get along. It is at the strip club.
Because you shouldn't be looking at the ones with the penis.
You shouldn't care about him.
You should be glaring at these tits.
And you're not going to fight over the girls because none of you are getting them. It's perfect. There's no reason to fight there. It's
no sex in the champagne room.
Not happening for any of you. So they decide to kick these guys out, which I'm just thinking, what the hell kind of experience was that? Walking up to these guys.
I would hate to be that bouncer.
And saying, excuse me, guys.
That's a moment where your life rolls through your head going, how did I get to this profession?
What happened?
Why did I do this? Why didn't I go to college? My mom told me every day, get straight A's and go to college. And I fucked up. Now I have to approach these fucking giant men and their fucking leather jackets.
If I had to do this, I would go out to the nearest restaurant and buy a nice gift certificate and present it to them. Listen, guys, I know you're having a good time. You look a little hungry. I just want to offer, we really can't have the gang colors, but I would like to offer you this lovely gift certificate to it's a really nice Italian place around the corner.
3 doors down.
It's 3 doors down.
Love you to be there.
It's, $200. There's 5, you can get whatever you want. Right. You can get a nice porterhouse and go in there and have a couple beers on me.
And these guys with their rock hard dicks are going to tell you to go fuck yourself.
They're not happy about getting kicked out of the strip club.
Right.
They vow revenge, obviously.
Oh, Jesus.
Who doesn't at this point? And they decide, they leave, and they go, how are we going to get back at these son of a bitches?
How do you do it? How would you do it,
How would we do it? How would I do it?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
I'd go home.
I'd tell them, I'm going to go somewhere else and tip another stripper my money. That's what I'm going to do.
I'd go home.
Maybe write a nasty Yelp review.
I might smoke a joint afterwards, and I'd probably text you and be like, this guy was a fucking dick. And you'd be like, what happened? And I would tell you, and you'd be like, well, you probably should have gotten kicked out. You can't wear your colors now.
Why would you wear your gang colors at a fucking titty bar?
That's how it would have went with me. Or you, I'm sure, too. You'd have been texting me going, this guy's a fucking asshole. He kicked me out.
How about don't run with a gang, James?
Well, you could... Now, like we said, he's Canadian and he didn't make the NHL. Right. He has no choice.
Right.
He has no choice but the streets.
And he's already been in prison and he's covered in tattoos. The gang life is what's going on.
Tim Hortons isn't hiring currently, so he's stuck in the gang right now. He can't do anything else. So they decide, this particular group, because if your gang name is Satan's Choice,
well,
Satan's Choice.
He chose us.
Yeah, that's like a brand.
We have to live up to what he would do.
This is what Satan.
What would he do?
What would Satan do?
Would he stab a hooker? No, he wouldn't do that.
I thought about it. Do we mess with the strippers? Do we beat up the bartender?
It's not their problem.
Not big enough.
Yeah, they didn't do it.
What we need to do is we're going to blow up the strip club. That's what they decide. They're going to plant a bomb in the strip club.
We're going to kill everybody.
Now, they go back to get a bomb. They're doing this tonight, too.
Wow.
This isn't like, let's get them next week.
Let's go back to the clubhouse where we've gotten into that pantry where we've got the bombs.
They go into their bomb fridge, and they have one of those little mini fridges where guys keep beers in their, in their shed.
Where frat boys tuck a keg.
Yeah, no. They
put the bombs in there.
That's their bomb fridge. They go back to their little clubhouse, the 7-Eleven. They go in the old cooler that used to hold the 6-packs of Coors Light.
Their bomberator.
Now they have bombs in there. I think it's the ice bin is what they're using. the big ice thing. So they get a bomb out.
Big plastic tub.
They're in Sudbury, Ontario at this point, and somewhere between the clubhouse bomb fridge and the strip club, they change their mind.
Uh-oh.
And they decide not to blow up the strip club.
Change of plans, everybody.
Change of plans.
Satan's got a better idea.
Satan has a different choice he'd like to make right now, and that choice is, rather than blowing up the strip club, which is bad, mind you, but not quite as bad as we want to go, let's blow up, I don't know, the police station.
That'll teach them.
They blow up the fucking police station. They blow up the police station. What? I don't even know what the... Do I need to go on? Episode over, guys. That's it. End of this fucking episode.
There's got to be drugs involved. How does that conversation happen that they're like, hit the brakes, I see our location?
He did a whole bunch of other shit. We should just say goodnight, everybody, because he blew up a goddamn police station, and that's not the worst thing he does. Or the last thing he does, by any stretch of the imagination. This is the beginning.
What a fucking lunatic.
This is the beginning. They blow up a police station... Who the fuck? What are you thinking?
Up till now, I want to meet him and I want to hang out with him.
Yeah, he'd be fun for a weekend.
Now I'm fucking
Lenny
scared.
Dykstra style.
I'm scared to death.
Weekend in Vegas, he could be a good time. He's got your back. He's gonna, that'd be fun as shit. Any of those guys come up trying to hawk you mixed CDs. You're like, get the fuck away from me. And old Johnny comes and clotheslines.
Those bastards on the strip handing you hooker
strip
cards.
Club cards and
bastards. Get away from me. He'll blow you up.
Oh, he will.
Or bump into the pit boss on accident.
So they bomb the police station. This is a good bomb. Wow. It goes off. It damages the shit out of the police station, damages the bank right next door.
Wow.
It also injures a police officer in this whole thing.
Likely.
Causes $133,000 in damages.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's a good bomb.
That's a house.
They blew up a good
sized house in 92?
They got their attention. Put it that way. This is 96. Attention gained at this point.
Absolutely.
So John and his two friends are arrested for this.
At this point on Grand Theft Auto, you've got a couple of stars.
You've got a couple of stars, and they are running, and they know who you are, and they've seen you, and it's not going to work.
They know what you're wearing. They know you're in the plaid pants.
You can't type in the code fast enough. You're like, hey, fuck, God damn it, R1, R2, shit, never mind. You're screwed.
Wasted.
So they're arrested. Now... While awaiting trial here in 1997, he's awaiting trial for this bombing, which I don't understand. This is just he bombed the police. I can't get over that. That they bought. That
you can't even do that in Grand Theft Auto.
You can't. No, you can't blow up the police station. You can. It's in. He's playing Grand Theft Auto.
How is that an idea? I can't get to that being an idea.
I get the strip club.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it personally, but if you're angry, and you're a psychopath.
I can get from A to B there. I can't get from A to police station.
Where'd the police station come from in this whole deal? So while this is going on, the police get an informant on the Satan's Choice gang here, and they basically get all this information, enough to basically shut down the whole gang.
Wow.
They confiscate the headquarters, actually, because it's
the clubhouse.
The clubhouse. Yep. They confiscate the clubhouse, padlock that. And so while that's as much heat as you can get, they confiscated your clubhouse. So the national leadership of the gang decides to decertify the chapter.
Oh, shit.
Because this is all very organized, like a frat or something. Yeah. Like, they decertify the chapter. Yeah. And so they shut down the Hamilton chapter, and now they're shit out of luck, shit out of a gang.
And Johnny Canine's got a lot of heat on him.
Johnny Canine blew up a goddamn police station.
Did he go to jail for this?
Not yet. Okay. We'll see. He's awaiting trial for this. He's still awaiting trial on January 13th, 1998. This happened December 96.
Yeah.
It's like a year and a month.
A year and a couple of months.
But still, he's still out on the street. He blew up a police station.
And he's still running around. And he hurt a cop.
That's what I mean. I don't know if it's our Canada. I'm not making any accusations, but are you guys a little soft?
I don't know if you guys are so nice that you're
very
like
nice.
Innocent until proven guilty for sure, and
I don't
they
even
stick
think
with that.
I think they were like, he seems like a nice guy, don't he? He seems like a good guy. I think maybe we should give him another chance.
Are all the cops scared of him?
He said sorry. You know what I mean? He said sorry, and like everything's fine and everything.
I asked him what it was all about.
Injured cop, you all right? He says he's okay, man. It's all right. I think it's okay. It's all right. So he
got him a Tim Hortons donut.
I got him a donut. So that's a terrible Canadian accent. January 13th, 1998, John gets in a public fist fight with another member of his own gang. Now, a police officer...
There's a mutiny afoot.
They're just drunk, I think.
Yeah.
They're out on the town here, and a police officer driving by sees this because he's keeping an eye on these guys because they're under hardcore surveillance because they blew up a fucking police station, and then an informant told about all their shit. So they're being watched. So basically, they see him throw a right cross and nail this other guy, and so they go up and they arrest him, and the other guy doesn't want to press charges. He's all jacked up in the face. He doesn't want to press charges because he's another biker, Bikers get in fights.
There's a little bit of honor amongst thieves.
It happens. You know what I mean? Bikers get in fights, sometimes with each other. Yeah. Shit happens.
Happens in prison, too.
Absolutely. So he is arrested for assault for this. Even though the guy doesn't want to press charges, the police are pressing charges.
They saw it.
He's also, they watched him do it. He's also charged with an unrelated extortion in this matter, because they were looking for him for that, and they saw, they were like, oh, there he is, and he punched a guy.
There's the guy extorting people. Oh, look, he's punching people, too.
Apparently somebody owed him money while he was in prison, and he made some steps to get the money back,
Gotcha.
and they called that extortion, basically. So he's shit out of luck there. He's also charged with carrying a concealed weapon, because he's got a weapon, obviously. Lucky he didn't have a fucking bomb on him, this maniac. At least he didn't blow the place up.
At least they kept him away from his bomberator.
Nice bomberator. So he's also charged with carrying a concealed weapon and breaking conditions of his release on the bombing, because they let him out on bail for the bombing, and so they're like, hey, asshole, you're doing this. This is still yet to go to trial. So, I mean, at this point, no one goes, why is he on the street?
Yeah. Why does he have the opportunity to live a straight life?
How much more brazen can you be than blowing up a police station?
I don't think
that's as brazen as you get.
I watched Young Guns when they burned down the town. And when they blew up a police building.
Yeah, but that shit was all made of wood.
They chased them constantly from then on out.
Yeah.
Why is he not? And they couldn't catch him to round him up. They've got him now. Why?
They got him.
They know where he's at. Just fucking cuff him and stick him away.
No.
Not yet.
He's got plenty of life left
in him.
This guy has 100 lives in him. He's just life after life after life. So September 1998, finally goes to trial for the bombing incident. He's found guilty. He gets 33 months in jail for this. That's it.
Less than 3 years.
33 months, but there's also suspended time for time served when he was awaiting, and he gets out early.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it's a hell of a deal. He's out very quickly.
He can do that standing on his head. He's already done it before.
Yeah, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. He is out so quickly that, and now I think this is maybe awaiting sentencing, because in November of 1998, some real crazy shit starts going down.
Good grief.
November 98, he's wrestling, well, this is just his career here for a second. He's wrestling for an Ontario-based company called ICW, International Championship Wrestling.
Gotcha.
He becomes their heavyweight champion. He beats Greg the Hammer Valentine, as you guys might remember from the 80s.
Yeah.
A great wrestler from the 80s. He beats him. This is such an interesting, it's so small time. I'll tell you about that in a second, how small time this is. Now, on wrestling here, I have it in their own words on wrestling for this little company. He says, quote, "They all remember me as Canine, getting killed. I don't want that image anymore. I win now. I kick ass. I've paid my dues."
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do kick ass.
I've paid some dues.
I blow up police stations.
Right.
I want respect. God damn it.
I kick ass.
So, November 15th, 1998, let's introduce a couple of new characters here that will not be in the story very long. We have a lawyer named Lynn Gilbank. Now, she's a defense attorney, a Canadian defense attorney, and does some high-profile cases. And her husband, Fred Gilbank, they're having dinner at their daughter Kristen's house. They leave that night. They go home to Ancaster, which is a town up there, I guess. Yeah, Fred is seen walking his dog at 11:30 p.m. It's never a good sign when we talk about what time they were seen walking a dog.
At that time of night.
Always a bad sign. Always that means, why else would you point out when they were last walking their dog, unless...
That's the last time they were seen.
Unless the next day, November 16th, their son Mark returns at 5 o'clock in the evening from a weekend trip with his girlfriend in London, Ontario, to find his parents shot to death on the second floor of their house here, the Gilbanks. So they're dead. That's why we talk about him walking his dog.
He walked his dog, and 17 hours later, his son finds him and his wife shot to death.
Shot to death. And it's an execution. It's a scene, man.
Wow.
It's brutal, and it's shotguns.
Wow.
Close-range shotguns.
Splatter.
It's not fucking around.
No.
Yeah, this There's some stank on it. We'll say they put a little stank.
There's
on
a little
one.
mess.
They put a little English on this bad boy. We'll say when they've got this plot going. So Mark calls 911. The son here. The police find nothing missing and no forced entry. Which right away, it's not a robbery at that point. She might have pissed somebody off. Or
they know who did it.
So they find 2 white gloves and 5 spent shotgun shells at the scene.
5.
Which close range for 2 people. 5
is a lot.
That ain't
that's
necessary.
Overkill.
Yeah, that's overkill, man. You could have got that done.
3 will do.
3 will do. Maybe 1 for her, 2 for him. He might have been a fat guy.
Right.
I don't know.
Or just to make sure he doesn't fight back. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, make sure it's over.
And so the time of death here by the medical examiner is set at the early morning. So that's when they're thinking this happened.
3, 4 a.m.
Middle of the night. They come in. They're, so
shortly after 11:30 p.m.
Shortly after, sometime between
shortly
11:30.
After some doggy exercise.
I think one of his last acts was to pick up a little dog's shit too. That was the other thing.
Oh, that's so
He should have just left
yeah.
it. Think about that. As the shotgun was put to my head, I would think, how'd I pick that shit up? Why? No one's going to call me. I don't know. I'm fucking dead. Mark could have went out and picked it up.
I hope it's on somebody's shoe.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Let the sprinklers get on and get all mushy. I don't care. So the daughter, Kristen, who they were having dinner with, told the cops that her mother had been concerned about one of her case files and was concerned about one of these deals here. In the next 2 weeks, the police clear the son, Mark, of any of the investigation. Right. But that seems to be premature because a judge later calls the clearing of Mark, quote, a suspect that was not properly investigated. So I don't know if he means that there's evidence that he did it or if it's just he didn't think they investigated him enough. Right. That could go either way. But later on, another judge agrees with him in a very
like they just washed him out too quick?
Yeah, like they were like, well, he didn't do it. It's fine. Like, his girlfriend said that she was with him, so it must have been it.
He found him. He was probably a little upset when he found him. And because it's a mess.
It is a mess. It's got to be a mess. Imagine walking into that scene.
Upstairs, too.
You walk upstairs.
So you know it's coming through floorboards.
Yeah, you're whistling. Hey, it's got to be disgusting.
It's got to be soggy.
It's not... Jesus Christ. So while this is going on, he's got now this bombing sentence held over his head. He's got murders that just took place that he's sort of being looked at for. But he's also got to gear up for a big title rematch.
Johnny K-9's back to wrestling.
With Greg the Hammer Valdo. He just won the title.
Yeah.
So he's got a rematch. He's got 2 rematches coming up this December 19th, 1998 and December 20th. The 19th is going to be at the Hamilton Convention Center. And then the next night, it's going to be at an Applebee's restaurant.
Oh, my God.
So he's wrestling at an Applebee's.
What?
Yeah. There are, $5 appetizers flying around while
the only time there's ever wrestling at Applebee's is when a white trash couple gets in an argument.
Oh, God, and that happens often.
Every week.
Every week at the old Applebee's. So if Applebee's couldn't get white trashier enough...
That's unbelievable.
They got this guy wrestling there.
They had wrestlers there.
They had, big ones, too. Big, thick guys wrestling and sweating and beating the shit out of each other for the title. I wonder if he won like a plate of those riblets when he won the title. You win the title.
Jalapeno poppers.
And riblets and jalapeno poppers. One order only, please. So at this point, 1998, he's being interviewed by like wrestling, there's wrestling publications because he's a champ of a thing now and he's, whatever. So they're talking to him and he said...
He's still got riblets in his teeth.
Yeah, they asked him about his biker gang days too in this interview in 1998. And he says, in their own words, quote, I know a few guys. That's why my name comes up. I was never a biker. That's alleged bullshit.
Alleged bullshit.
Alleged bullshit.
Is it bullshit that's alleged, or is it allegedly bullshit?
That's alleged bullshit. I don't even want to hear about it. I love the way this guy talks. You're not only the leader of a biker gang, not only are you a biker, and then you blew up a police station, which is a pretty bikery thing to do.
That's super bikery.
It's very bikery. Like if people said, a police station was blown up, I'd go, terrorists or bikers. It could be only one of the two. Because the bikers would be angry and on meth. No offense to bikers. If you hear any noise in the background, Frankie the Crime and Sports Dog is awake.
She is stirring.
And stirring. The focus of this investigation is immediately on these murders is on our man Johnny K-9, obviously.
I like it.
And a friend of his named Andre Gravel. Ooh. Now Gravel's got his own little crime family syndicate drug operation. Like Gravel's a bad son of a bitch here. That's who Johnny's been hanging out with lately over here. The police believe that the hit on Lynn Gilbank was in retaliation for representing an informer named William Smith who ratted on the Gravel operation. So they think that was that's some sweeping reparations.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, we're gonna not only
deep.
We're gonna kill a lawyer that represented you. Normally, that's the mafia.
Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, bikers are crazy. Basically, don't fuck with Canadian bikers.
They go deep. They'll find everybody that's ever talked to you and kill them all.
Absolutely. And police don't think either of these guys pulled the trigger. They don't think Canine or Gravel pulled the trigger. They just think that they organized it because they're kind of higher ups in this thing. And they think basically Gravel's the leader of this whole thing. Right. And Johnny Canine's kind of his lead muscle guy.
He's just true to the crew, babe.
He's just true to the crew. He just points to his belly. That's all he needs to do. Now, a few years go by in this case. They're under investigation the whole time. December 22nd, 2004, so this is 6 years later, the police announce an offer of immunity to anyone who played a role in the murders.
Wow.
Anyone who played a role, they just want the planners of the murders.
They just want the whole thing
If you were
off
the trigger
board,
man,
right.
They'll give you immunity if you will say who did it. That's how bad they want the leadership of these crime groups off the streets.
Wow.
They're in hardcore crackdown on organized shit mode at this point in Ontario.
It's like the RICO times of Ontario.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They just want people off the streets. Now, January 6th, 2005, so this is 2 weeks later,
right around the corner.
John, our boy Johnny Canine, is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Oh, boy.
For Lynn and Fred Gilbank.
So somebody spoke up.
2 counts of first degree.
Somebody took the bait.
That is that's stiff, brother.
That's it.
That is stiff, man.
That should be the end of the road.
That should be the end of the road for this guy. But he's a slick one. Let's just say that. He's very slick. Now, March 30th, 2005, so we're 2.5 months later, John's friend and close associate, we use the word associate a lot with these bikers. Yeah. That's your boy there. Is Jack Howard is charged with accessory after the fact in the Gilbank murder.
Okay.
And then March 31st, the very next day, Andre Gravel is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Somebody talked for sure.
They're bringing in the whole crew now. 2 months later, or a month and a half later, May 24, 2005, a bail hearing begins in the Gilbank murder case for these 3 guys, and this is like a national circus.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a national circus. It's one of the longest bail hearings in Canadian history.
Bail hearings.
Bail hearings. It goes from
not even the fucking
May to August.
Wow.
It said it's longer than 90% of the murder trials in Canada. Like, and literally, this is just a hearing.
Bail.
This is just, let's get bail settled. Like, that's how much shit it is.
For 5 months.
Absolutely. Eventually, Gravel is released on $2 million bail earlier than the rest of them.
Because he's got it.
He's got it. He's the leader. August 19th, 2005, the hearing ends. So it started on May 24th, and it goes that long. Justice Donald Gordon said that the state's case against them was, quote, less than strong. So that's why it's taking so long.
Right.
He said that, quote, I am satisfied the issue of an alternate suspect is very real. Talking about the son Mike, the Mark, and a couple other people that were also, they said, not investigated very well. Also said the case was it relied on circumstantial evidence and, quote, cryptic conversations. This is how...
Hearsay?
Not even. Worse than hearsay.
Really?
Hear-see, we'll say. Listen to hear-see say. Listen to what it was. The cryptic thing referred to a lip reader who made a partial transcript of a conversation between Johnny Canine and Gravel on the day of the murder. Now, this lip reader... Eventually, during this hearing, it's found out that she lied in a British case and was totally discredited as a liar. And so that was their star witness, a lip reader. First of all, this is a Canadian justice system. I mean, I'm sorry. One thing I'll give our justice system: we have good investigators. Obviously, we have serial killers that have never been caught, but like the mob guys, when they want to fucking get a guy, they get a guy here. Like John Gotti, they were like, we'll just sit and listen to everything he says until he dies, until we get him. And they did.
And we'll wait until he doesn't pay tax on something, and
we'll get him. Yeah, that's what. But here, I mean, this is like, good God. This guy blew up.
And also, too, this will not happen today. I don't think this can happen ever again with lip reading, Especially not after those bad lip reading videos that are on YouTube.
Absolutely.
You can make somebody say fucking anything.
Absolutely you can. Especially this guy's got a big mustache. Yeah. You can't tell what he's saying. Jesus Christ, 3 chins and a giant mustache.
They make Star Wars guys say, "I'll suck your dick."
And it is
great. So convincing.
That's what I mean. So this is thought to be complete horseshit. At this point, Johnny K-9's been in jail for 7 months. And he's released on $100,000 bail back out into the system. I mean, he's got
with
2
shotgun
murders on it. A weak-ass case, but it's still going at this point. It's not over yet.
Right.
December 2nd, 2005, he's arrested for extortion and violating the terms of his bail. Again, this guy cannot stop getting arrested, and it doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop being a dick.
There's still a big, giant chunk of deepness here.
He's still in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And he just keeps getting in deeper trouble.
Murder trial. I don't understand.
This is just 10 years ago.
This is what I mean. By the way, anybody out here know this was happening?
No.
Anybody ever hear of this shit?
I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of this. This is like one of those stories where I was really looking for something kind of off the beaten path. Yeah. And I was like, this isn't real. He didn't. It's another one where I'm like,
this is a movie.
Police station. That's what I thought it was.
This is a low-budget shit movie somewhere.
He gets into a fight later on with guys called the Bacon Brothers. I'm like, this is not real. The Bacon Brothers blowing up police stations. Get the fuck out of here. This is real shit. It's insane. So June 12th, 2006, the preliminary hearing for the trial of the Gilbank murder starts the next day.
Okay.
The Crown is what they call their whatever up there. The Crown withdraws all charges against all 3 men.
Oh, boy.
Pulls them back.
Do they have double jeopardy up there? Is that maybe why?
Well, they pulls them back. They call it stayed. They stay the thing. So that means you technically can
It's like a
refile
suspended
it.
thing.
Yeah,
right?
well, you can do it here. You can pull charges and
Right.
refile them. They have the option until the statute's over.
Because they don't want to go forward with something and then
not
get dismissed or
Yeah.
whatever, and then they can't retry them because
Absolutely.
double jeopardy.
And even if they don't have double jeopardy, if that's part of your case, it looks worse if you've already been acquitted.
If you've already been acquitted of this.
It looks like you're harassing these
right.
people. The prosecution says that they had no reasonable prospect of obtaining convictions, and they're going to have to continue to investigate. So they said, we don't have shit. So they arrested them, held them, had a 4-month-long bail hearing, all this
right.
shit. And they go, I'm sorry, we don't have anything. Never
Not
mind.
right now.
It's like they were trying to get somebody to crack and roll on the others. That's what it seems like to me. And they all said,
Can
go
you
fuck
come
yourself.
back?
Yeah, they all said, no, we're not doing anything. John now moves to British Columbia. Moves out of Ontario, goes to British Columbia because, the gang broke up and there's not that much to hang out with. He needs a new gang.
He's got to get the gang back together.
And you know what he finds? A new goddamn gang to hang
Really?
out with. The UN gang. And these guys are bad motherfuckers.
Gang?
These guys are badasses. And they start a war, basically.
Really?
The UN gang. This is now they want control of drugs, and it's all revenge shit. We're going to get into some crazy biker insanity right now.
I love it.
It gets wild. June 2006, right after the charges are tossed for the shooting, he has to answer for his violating terms of bail and his extortion still. So he pleads guilty to that. You know what he's penalized? A guy who was on trial for murder, who blew up a police station, who did all this shit. You know what they gave him?
A week.
$10,000.
No way.
No, not a $10,000 fine. They're keeping $10,000 of his bail. He had $100,000 bail. They said, we're only giving you $90,000 back, mister. You can't be extorting people and violating shit. Why don't they just...
What in the fuck?
Why don't somebody jerk him off on the way out, too, and juggle his balls? Because this is
sweet.
ridiculous, man. They're the nicest people ever. I'm going to go commit all my crimes in Canada. If I ever want to go on a run, it's going to be over there. I'll tell you that right
Every
now.
time.
Every time. I'll just say I'm a nice guy afterwards. It's fine. So, March 2007 now, the Gilbanks family, they go on TV and say the case collapsed due to corruption. They blame leaks in the department, which I'm sure there was. Hamilton police detective said the allegations are, quote, false, baseless, scurrilous, and potentially libelous and defamatory.
I wish he would have said alleged bullshit.
It's alleged bullshit. The leaks are alleged bullshit. I will not stand for it. Nil.
That would have been amazing.
Unreal. So I think it's hilarious to talk shit about the family of a murder victim and call them
and just
potentially libelous and defamatory. We can do that'll look good for the state. Let's sue that victim of a murder family whose case we haven't been able to solve in 10 fucking years.
Still mourning. They don't have closure.
It's not like it's a month later and they don't.
Defamatory dicks.
It's not like it's a month later and they're like, these people can't solve the case. It's 10 years. You had your chance. It's been 9 years. You guys are jerk-offs. Period. Whatever they have to say is warranted.
And you've got a suspect that's blowing up police departments. Find a way to pin a case on that motherfucker.
No shit. It shouldn't be that hard. So May 2007, Andre Gravel and Johnny Canine file lawsuits for malicious prosecution.
Oh, shit.
And malicious prosecution and false imprisonment.
And alleged bullshit.
And alleged bullshit. $25 million the Gravel suit is. $15 million for Canine.
Oh boy, that's steep.
That's steep. Now they're hey assholes.
Yeah.
2 months ago they were oh shit, we're gonna go away forever.
And now they're suing for alleged bullshit, and they could win.
They could win. Now, 2007, 2008, he claims that he works as a bodyguard for Lionsgate Films up there when they film shit in BC. Says he's guarded Jack Nicholson and Cyndi Lauper and a couple other people.
Cyndi Lauper was in a Lionsgate?
Who the hell knows what Cyndi Lauper was doing? She was just hanging around being weird. Somebody liked her as like a mascot.
Right.
So this is never really validated, but he tells everybody, and he's a huge, big... If you want a bodyguard...
It's hard to argue with that guy.
You know what? If I'm looking to go around and not be fucked with, that's the guy I'm taking with me.
Absolutely.
A giant, shirtless, tattooed biker who says "true to the crew."
Right.
No one's coming near you.
And you're his crew at the moment.
He's true to your crew. That's it. You're in good shape at that point. 2008, he starts a home improvement company.
What?
Which is an odd turn for
him.
You
were just bodyguarding Jack Nicholson.
I don't know what. Yeah,
and
he's trying
Cyndi Lauper.
He's trying to show legitimacy at this point. I don't know if he's going legit, but he's trying to show some.
And now he's out flipping houses.
I guess so.
Fucking property brother.
He's got. No, I don't. I can picture him going around in like a truck going around, going, "The roof doesn't look right. I could fix it for you." Like I could see him trying to hustle people for
stopping by. Hey, your trees need pruning.
Intimidating them. You know what I mean?
Looks like you need a paint job, and they're like, "No, I just had a paint. You need a paint job.
I'm gonna fix your plumbing." Right. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Let me see your pipes. What?
I need to inspect your pipes.
Honey, he's going to just look at our pipes. Just let him do it.
Just let him look. Just let him look.
I know he has no shirt on, okay? I get that.
I'm going to fix your pipes in here. What's in there? Just some alleged bullshit. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
I know it's snowing out and he has no shirt on, but we have alleged bullshit, honey. He needs to look at it. He needs to look at our alleged bullshit.
And he's going to fix it.
He's going to fix it, okay? Just leave him alone.
He's got a pipe wrench. Let him be.
That's why he has no shirt on. He gets very worked up and hot when he does these things.
When he finds the alleged bullshit, he starts sweating.
He works hard, guys. Hard. Now, he tries to get a bank loan to expand the company. Who's giving this fucking guy a bank loan?
Anybody that he talks to. Anybody that he walks in and goes, I need a bank loan. What do you need a bank loan for? A fucking bank loan. All right, it's yours.
On the street, he could just walk up to a stranger and get a loan out of him, I'm sure. But the banks want nothing to do with him. It was like, didn't you blow up a police station? That seems like...
Listen, I'm true to the crew. Give me the fucking bank loan.
And then when you blew up a police station, you injured a police officer. What else was damaged? Oh, yeah, bank. No.
$120,000, $130,000.
You don't ever get bank loans ever again because you tried to blow up a bank. Sorry, you're off. You're out.
But they gave it to him.
They didn't give him this loan.
Oh, they didn't?
They do not give him this loan, and his company folds because of it.
Oh.
So
how much was he asking for? Does it say?
It does not say. He was just asking for an expansion loan. I think he needed it. He was underwater.
It was over $100,000, I'm sure of it.
He goes to work as a used car salesman.
Awesome.
Used cars. Imagine that guy selling a used car. I was looking for like a 2007.
You need a topless Jeep. That's what you need.
No. It's cold in the winter. I'm looking for like a Honda
Listen, you fucking
Accord.
pussy. You take your shirt off.
Look, I have kids, you know, and I need
take
to put
their fucking shirts off. You gonna raise pussies?
My son has breathing trouble.
Listen, that's alleged bullshit. Put him in the back. He'll be all right.
No, but he's very asthmatic.
The wind will force down his throat. He'll be all right.
He's asthmatic.
You go faster.
I don't know if we can fit in there. Is there?
I'll wedge you in. Don't worry.
Can I get doors for this? Does it come with doors?
I ripped them all off. I ate them.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just take the Jeep then. Okay.
That's how he sells them.
And he was the top Jeep salesman in all of Western Canada. Johnny Canine, the top selling Jeep salesman in all of Western Canada.
He's a used car salesman.
Unreal.
That's
I got a 06 Wrangler for you over here. Hop in.
I got a Rubicon in the back. Come on. I got a Sahara. I got a Rubicon. I got them all.
Buddy. It doesn't come with doors or shirts. Get in. Move your ass.
Tell you what, if you buy this Jeep, you can have my shirts.
You ever think about investing in a home improvement company?
You buy this Jeep, it comes with a free tattoo.
Oh, my God.
The only one you get is True to the Crew.
That's the only one we got.
That's all he knows how to write.
Sorry about that. He's back there. His needle's a little dirty, but you'll be all right. Don't worry about it. You got hepatitis, right? We all do, don't we? Okay.
He's a little sick. He's got, I don't know, it's alleged bullshit or something.
Some alleged bullshit. I don't know what the fuck. This guy's kid is a pussy. He's got some alleged bullshit in his chest. He doesn't want the Jeep. Nah, you get in the Jeep.
Tattoo him.
Let's go. Put a tat on this guy. So he's in the used car game. He must be bored, apparently. So he's got to go out and find some people to try to kill him. So let's get into those people.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's get into a rival gang now.
Really?
Now let's get into the Bacon Brothers.
Oh, the Bacon Brothers don't like Jeeps.
They do not like Jeeps, and they wear shirts everywhere. They're very anti-male toplessness. The rival gang is called the Red Scorpions, and the leaders are the Bacon Brothers, and in order of age from oldest to youngest, they are Jonathan, Jared, Jamie, and of course Kevin. I'm just kidding. There's no Kevin. It's three of them. It's Jonathan, Jared, and Jamie. Bacon. And they're the leaders of this gang, and known as they're the front men of this gang, and they piss
I just picked up Kevin Bacon. Son of a bitch. I'm such a piece of shit. I'm like, what, Kevin?
Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Fucking 7 sentences later. I got it. Okay.
All right, fuck you. So
6 degrees of separation. I'm on board.
These people have very little separation from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the Bacon Brothers are not friends of the UN gang. They are not
the
buddies. The Ungang. UN leader Clayton Rausch in 2008, January 2008. Clayton Rausch, he's the leader and kind of the head, he's the face of this organization of the UN gang.
Right.
He is shot by an associate of the Bacon Brothers. Not killed, but shot. It was an assassination attempt. They didn't get him.
Oh.
He lived, and he is fucking pissed.
I'm sure.
As the leader of a biker gang. It's one of the perks of being the leader of a biker gang. If people try to kill you, you can get revenge.
You get to be angry.
And you get
to do something about it.
And you can get revenge. Yeah, you can go, hey guys, let's get him. Yeah. So this is January 2008. He freaks out, and from this moment on, it is his life's goal to kill the Bacon Brothers.
Wow.
He wants these son of a bitches dead.
And what's his name again? Clayton?
This is Clayton Rausch.
Clayton Rausch.
Or Roche, but I'm going to go with Rausch.
All right.
And make it easy
call
on
him
me.
Clay.
Hey, Clay. He puts out contracts on the Bacon Brothers and 3 of their associates.
6 people altogether.
6 people, and they're big contracts. Jamie, the youngest Bacon brother, the price on his head is $300,000.
Wow, and I can think of somebody that just got denied for a bank loan.
That might be looking for a little bit of cash. In May 8th, 2008, a UN member named Dwayne Meyer is shot to death in Abbotsford. Okay, next day. They go into full revenge mode at this point. It's a war now. They go out, get in their cars, and go just drive around the city looking for associates and Bacon Brothers to go shoot. Let's go kill these son of a bitches. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Let's go find the Red Scorpions and fuck them up and shoot the shit out of them. And that's what they try to do. They spot a Bacon associate named Michael Lay and have a huge chase. They have a chase on the Highway 1 in Vancouver, going through metropolitan areas, and I mean, it's not like
endangering lives of citizens.
Yeah, they're not out in the middle of the forest dodging mooses and moose, singular moose. Meese, dodging meese, dodging a moose. They're in the city, they're opening fire on him. They're shooting at him. They're shooting up his car as he's driving. He's trying to get away. I mean,
in Vancouver?
In Vancouver. This is
in 2008 when they had a fucking basketball team.
Yeah, this is a chasing and shooting. This is insane. They were gone by then, I think.
Were they?
Yeah, I think they were. They couldn't have lasted that long.
I can't remember.
So this day, even Clayton Rausch was pulled over by the police because at this point, also they have a wire. They have phone taps. And I'm going to get into here a couple of conversations that are absolutely classic here, but. They know what's going on. The cops are aware of this.
They're aware of this chase.
Yeah,
and
they're aware that they're out looking for blood. So
Wow.
they find Rausch and pull him over, and they ask him. This officer who knows the whole deal said, hey, when is this violence going to stop? When is it going to stop? And Rausch said, quote, it won't. It would be the same if a police officer was murdered. The police would also want revenge. That's just the way it is.
Wow.
And it's
He's
a
just
good
like,
point.
so...
I don't think they'd go around, maybe they would, but shooting at a car while it drives on the highway.
At the one...
They'd pull you over first.
It's at the one that shot a cop. It's not. They're not looking at everybody.
Out hunting.
They're not looking for his friend.
No. Later that day, same day, a man who was mistaken for Jamie Bacon was shot and killed. So they found a guy who they thought was Jamie Bacon, shot and killed him. So I mean, it's
like
anyone
a Mexican cartel at this point.
It's not even these guys. Anyone they hang out with, and anyone that looks like them. Yeah. Kill everybody.
They got the same color eyes.
You don't want to be a Bacon brother at this moment in time.
Don't be named Jonathan, Jamie, or Bacon.
Or Jared Bacon.
Don't even eat bacon.
Don't eat bacon. No Canadian bacon. No bacon. So Jonathan Bacon, this is the same day. Jonathan Bacon, who's the oldest, and he's got a Porsche, what are they, the Cayenne, the SUV one? What the fuck kind of a leader of a biker gang drives a goddamn minivan? That's a Porsche minivan, basically.
It really is.
His asshole's driving that. But anyway, I'm ashamed of him. He should have been ashamed of himself.
He should be.
So he takes this Porsche to his friend Jonathan Barber, who's a stereo installer. This is a funny thing because I picture Tommy Morrison with the Corvette.
Fuck yeah.
But actually, this guy, Tommy Morrison, had a better outcome than what happens here.
Really?
This whole thing. So Jonathan Barber is his buddy. Barber takes the car to go. He gets in the car. He's like, go take my car and install a stereo. He gets in the car, starts to pull away. Also, too, Barber's girlfriend, Vicky King, is right behind him in Jonathan Barber's car, following. He gets in. The UN boys pull up and open fire on the Porsche and shoot the shit out of Jonathan Barber. He's dead immediately. I mean, they shoot the girlfriend up. She does not die, but she is shot to shit.
Yeah.
She's got all of her on her arms, tons of shells, shotguns again. I mean, they have a definite pattern that they like to do. So they're out for blood here. Yep. This is no shit.
They want to do major damage and make sure they are not alive.
Oh, absolutely. Now it's going to. This is getting insane now, right? So. This was like the final straw for the cops, and the cops knew what was going on. They had taps here.
Awesome.
And we have some funny stuff that was said on these. This is great. This is Roush talking to Johnny K-9 on the phone, and it's just this is just how crazy these guys are. He says, quote, "There's this one big crazy guy out here who fucking thinks the Mexicans are the UN and are fucking up the market. They are just having meetings because the Mexicans before I was involved were just straight flooding the city. And they got 70 guys out there, but they stay sort of neutral. They like to be quiet and make money." So they're talking about a guy, and Johnny K-9 says, quote, "He makes 25 keys a month of crystal meth. We can get rich with this," is his quote.
Let's bump him off and take his market.
And he says he's going to need protection, is what he's saying. Yeah. He says, "I'll get the fucking money for protection, and we'll get some good shit We'll get some good shit." And Roush says, "We can make tons." And they're like, "This is great. We're going to get meth and money."
They're talking about making deals.
Yeah.
And making money off of drugs, and the cops hear the whole fucking thing.
Absolutely. And he says, then Johnny K-9 says, "There's guns in the pouch." He's got a nice little fucking 15 with a clip in it. And this guy's saying nice, and they're going back and forth like, "Yeah, we're going to protect this guy. I got guns. Don't worry about it. We'll get a bunch of meth from them. We'll sell it." I believe so. He's got a nice little fucking 15 with a clip in it. Probably. These guys are psychopaths. Yeah. I mean, they go on, and it's just all of this back and forth about we're going to make drugs, guns, kill, drugs, kill. Yeah. It's nuts. I mean, there's tons of it here.
And they've got the evidence now.
And they've got a ton of evidence. January 24th, 2011, Mr. Johnny K-9 is charged with first-degree murder in the killing of Jonathan Barber, the stereo installer, the poor, unfortunate stereo installer.
Poor guy working on wire fires.
He's arrested again now for murder. Now he's charged again. So now let's back it up. Mm-hmm. So he's had drug trafficking. He's been in a paddy wagon thinking that the dog is a good name for himself. He's blown up police stations. He's assaulted. He's got his biker gang taken away. He's been a used car salesman. Yeah. He's the top used Jeep Wrangler salesman in all of North America, especially Western Canada. He's got that locked down. He's got bodies on him. He's been charged and somehow let go from these Gilbank murders. The Gilbanks are dead.
Yeah.
Lots of people are dead.
Their son is poor guy. He's got no parents.
Everywhere. The kids of Hamilton have no one to look up to. I feel bad, Jimmy. I feel
bad. A girl's
bad.
riddled with gunshots.
I feel bad for her, too. But not nearly. Not even close to as bad as I feel for Ion Croitoru, the professor of applied philosophy, social and political philosophy, and philosophy of science at Valahaya University of Targovis. I have no fucking idea where that is. That? I'm guessing Romania, because everyone with his name is Romanian, including the other poor bastard, Ion Croitoru,
holy shit,
who's a very respected Romanian cellist. And if you look up Ion Croitoru videos, you will see lots of videos of this older Romanian man beautifully
playing a cello,
ripping up a cello with the name of a murderer.
He chose a dorky ass life, and there's a man that's a psychopath.
These poor
with
bastards.
The same name.
He's like, I play beautiful. Look me up, and they're like, you the guy that fought Hulk Hogan in '86?
I don't want to talk to you, sir.
And then blew up a police station. You crazy shit. Unreal. So, also too, they have a talk. There's a hitman who comes forward.
I didn't even notice your tattoos.
Where's your... Hey, you got a shirt on. What's up with that? Where's your Jeep?
This is some alleged bullshit.
This is the legend. I don't buy this for a second. So jailed hitman Ken Murdoch has a big talking to, one of these exposés of him. I'm going to tell you all about the life of crime, type of shit. Ken Murdoch, he says that the mafia at one time hired him to kill Johnny K-9.
Oh my God.
But he said he liked him and he decided to spare him. He said, I don't know, I'm going to kill this guy.
I like him? How do you like him?
I think it was more like, that guy frightens me. Yeah. I'm not going to try to kill him.
How about I like me?
I like me.
And I don't want to die for killing that psychopath.
I saw what happened to Mr. Barber back there. August 14th, 2011, Jonathan Bacon is shot to death in Kelowna.
Oh my God, it's not stopping.
Oh yeah, no, it's going on. 4 others are wounded. A woman is paralyzed in the attack. Paralyzed for life. 3 others besides her wounded. Bacon dead.
That's a scary event.
Oldest Bacon dead.
Yeah.
In 2011, August 31st, a book comes out.
And that's the guy they were trying to get when they got Barber.
That's the guy they were trying to get when they got Barber.
So they got
him. He got in the end. A book comes out, loosely termed book. I'll use that very loosely, called Gang Members, about biker gang, whatever the fuck. It's from goodreads.com. It's $5, and it's one of those, again, quote from Wikipedia and other free online sources. Save your $5. We got you covered, guys.
Stop doing that. Stop writing those, you fucking thieves.
Stop. Just stop. At least if you listen to us, we look at a lot of online free sources and everything else, but we look at 100 of them, and also it's funny.
And also,
I guarantee you that book's not funny.
I'm not charging you $5 for this shit.
No, you can just listen.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just listen in.
Listen, maybe buy a bat from the Python cricket people.
And save your eyes, and you don't have to read shit.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, be lazy. Let us do it. Let us do the reading. Let me cramp my hand and destroy it on piles of index cards.
And talk shit about some asshole that does the same thing we do and then fucking pens it and sells and robs you. Robs you of $5.
I bet they've sold 3 copies of that book.
I hope they haven't.
I made $15. April 19th, 2012, the trial begins in the Bacon brother murder conspiracy trial. Now,
awesome.
They are arrested. Here we go. Johnny K-9 and 4 other UN gang members are arrested in a conspiracy trial. They have these bunch of conspiracy trials. Like, how the fuck do we get these guys? Okay, well, we have them on tape, saying how they're trying to kill all these people, so conspiracy to commit murder.
There you go.
Let's do it. That's as good as murder. In this country, they'll get you life. You know what I mean? So this is 4 other members. Members are...
Don't even need a body.
Don't even need a body.
Because if you fucking hire a hitman and it's a sting operation, you can still go to jail for
conspiracy.
life.
You're done. The other members are Barzan Tilly Choli. Tilly-Choli. This really is the UN gang.
Yeah.
Yang Li.
Oh, boy.
Dilon Heng.
Oh, boy.
And Karwan Syed.
They are getting everybody from everywhere.
This does not sound like a group of guys that hang out with each other at all.
No, this is just... They, apply to some social network that, they're the worst of the worst, and here are my skills, and you just draft your free agent. A
small plane full of ambassadors went down, flying over somewhere, and these are the guys here.
You just draft your free agent. We draft Hang.
Absolutely.
We draft Delon.
So they basically, it's a conspiracy to murder a bunch of Red Scorpion members, with Bacon Brothers obviously being the top, the main targets. They actually plead guilty to this. They're fucked. They have you can't deny with all the phone stuff. They're screwed.
I was reading saying it.
I was reading with, it's completely back and forth. I got some shit. I want to fuck this guy up. Oh, this guy's it goes on forever. This phone recordings here. So homicide superintendent Kevin Hackett said of this, "It is vital to remove the illusion of invincibility these individuals use to intimidate others and expand their violence and illegal operations. These charges bring very well-known gang members before the courts to face justice and send a vital message to all criminals and prospective gang members that they will be held accountable for their actions."
Good.
So they're basically saying they're trying to send a message to clean this shit up because this is getting out of fucking hand at this point.
We don't want any more civilians killed.
No. Now they plead guilty to this. Guess what else happens? Now they're still on the hook for first-degree murder, remember, of Jonathan Barber.
Yep.
Murder charges of Jonathan Barber are stayed. They fucking stay them.
What?
They stay. This is twice now where he has clearly had something to do with shotgun murders, and they're like, can't quite prove it.
We don't have enough.
We don't have enough. We're gonna
hold off on that one.
So all he's charged. This is only on conspiracy now, and it's a deal too. He gets.
He fucking pleads.
Why? Yeah, he pled to the he pled guilty.
Yeah.
So the Crown spokesman Neil McKenzie said why they were not. Why the murder charges were stayed. He said, quote, "The evidence that will be put forward in the proceeding does not establish that any of these accused were directly involved in the death of Mr. Barber or the attempted murder of Ms. King," which makes them sound much less trashier than some stereo installer who got shot by bikers.
That makes them sound probably wearing shorts.
Mr. Barber and Ms. King.
He's all sweaty and he's got like wire cutter marks all over his hands.
Oh yeah, from whatever
from the butt connectors and
so I mean
dashes.
At this point, he is in prison. He's just pled guilty to conspiracy. At one point, he was a wrestler. He had a business. He had biker. He had a lot of stuff going on, and now he's here. What more could happen, Jimmy?
Where's that Mexican
a Mexican pimp bursts through the door, pours him a drink, and asks him. Is it you've come to arrive here? Excuse me, hold on. Wait, Shawarma Man should say it. How is it you've come to arrive here? Huh? You want shawarma? That's why you come here? You want the shawarma I make for you? Why are you here? You say you can pay me money, then you not give to us.
Why are you here? Sign says closed.
Sign say closed. You want shawarma, you get no shawarma.
Sign say closed.
Sign say closed. So, yeah, he is now, in 2013, he's given a 13-year sentence minus...
Oh, good God.
...credit for pre-trial custody and a whole bunch of other pre-trial shit that he was in for. You know what his final sentence is out of 13 years? What they
6.
finally... 4 years, 8 months.
Holy
That's his
shit.
net sentence that they give
for
him.
Conspiracy
4 years
to commit murder.
To commit murder of many people. Not just of one person, of a shitload of people.
Unbelievable.
Not to mention he's blown up police stations, shot defense attorney.
Really bad things.
Drug trafficking, assault, conspiracy, extortion.
And this is in 2012?
Possession. This is 2013.
Oh,
so
my
this
God.
is like now.
Yeah.
So January 31st, 2015, he's up for parole already. After only a year and a half of a 4-year, 8-month sentence, he's already up for parole.
Are they overcrowded?
They can't. It's Canada. They have nothing but room.
They're too nice. They clearly don't put people away.
Second biggest country on earth. They have 30 million people. They have plenty of room.
Absolutely.
Build a bigger fucking jail if you can't keep this guy in. I'm sorry. Stick him in an unused hockey arena. You must have some that are decommissioned.
All the population is right on our border.
Yeah.
Like, they can't wait to come down to us, it seems like. Build a fucking giant prison just up north.
Build that. Yeah,
just
stick
go
him right
north
and they can look
where
over.
It's all empty.
It's all empty.
Put him up there.
Yeah, he doesn't even need a shirt. It doesn't matter how cold it is. So a board member said of him, as the board's statement said, quote, "You denied being a member of the UN gang. However, you stated that you did associate with high-ranking members of this criminal organization. You told the board that you were drunk and hanging out with some bad people that you were trying to impress. You denied being a big player in the conspiracy. However, you did tell the board that when the hired killer didn't do his job, you stepped up and said that you would do the murders for $10,000 apiece." He offered to do them. He claimed that he would, quote, "never kill anyone," and he only pleaded guilty to move on with his life. That's what he's saying. He's like, guys, I didn't even do it. I just wanted to move on with my life.
I just want to plead guilty so I can go to prison.
It was cramping my style.
Right. All this heat. I can't deal with this.
They also...
Alleged bullshit.
It's alleged bullshit. He claimed that he was a family man now and wanted to leave crime behind and get legitimate work. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I only shot a bunch of people and blew police down. I'm fine. Now I'm good. It's like the Dave Meggett thing with these, like, he had an moral epiphany now. It's all the Bible. He did everything but mention the Bible. The board pointed out his, quote, ongoing association with gang members in prison, including being accused of ordering the beating of an inmate by 2 other inmates on December 30th, 2014, which is a month before he's on trial on his parole. They pointed out, quote, the intimidation of other offenders as well as involvement in the institutional drug subculture for him.
Wow.
He said, in his own words, defending himself on the prison beating, he said, quote, I am no angel, but I had nothing to do with the assault of that inmate. Me? What? Me? Guys, you don't know me. You don't know me.
Never.
I'm sweet. I'm sweet as candy, guys.
Fix your motorcycle.
Sweet as candy.
Sell you a Jeep. I'm so kind.
Absolutely. Then the board said that they stated that he stated that he could make good money trafficking and found the lifestyle exciting, because they're going right off the phone taps here. And then they say to him, this is wonderful, on almost every aspect of your criminal record, you downplayed your involvement in criminal activities and deflected blame onto other associates and even a police detective who investigated you in Ontario for murder. You, sir, may fuck off, parole denied, asshole. So...
Which is what they do, by the way. You said you didn't do it. Well, yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, they're going to say they didn't do it.
He wants out.
So that's January 31st, 2015. Now, after that, Jared Bacon, we'll get to a little Bacon update. Jared Bacon is serving prison time. He's serving 12 years for drug trafficking.
He got a heavier sentence than conspiracy to commit murder.
Of him,
right.
Even.
Of himself.
And I get a worse sentence than the guy who wanted to kill me? What the fuck? And then Jimmie was charged with first-degree murder for a huge, crazy thing that would take a whole other episode to get into. It's called the Surrey 6 murders in October of 2007, which is outside of Vancouver, Surrey. And this was a murder where 2 bystanders were killed, too.
Okay.
So 2 innocent just didn't even know the people got killed. So
but he never
wrestled,
so fuck him.
He didn't wrestle. He can eat shit, Mr. Bacon. If he was Kevin Bacon, we'd talk about it. Now, of the Gilbank murder, there is still a $65,000 reward and offers of immunity. If anybody knows anything. If you know anything, call 905-546-3829. That's the Hamilton Police Department Major Crimes Unit. They give you $65,000. I don't know country codes or whatever. You guys have to figure that out.
You'll have immunity, and you can get somebody locked up that's an asshole.
No problem, right? So now he was denied parole January 31st, 2015. Good, thank God. You, sir, may fuck off. Up for parole again on September 2nd, 2016, a fucking week ago, and they paroled him.
Oh my God,
This guy's out.
He's out.
He's on the street. He's going to fucking kill me. He's going to kill me. Do you understand that?
He's going to listen to this and be so angry.
This whole episode... All I'm thinking, you don't understand, I did all this research. That's the last thing I found somehow chronologically. And I went, oh my God, this guy's out. He's going to fucking kill me. He's a crazy biker who doesn't seem to like people talking bad about him. He hires people to kill them.
Tuesday morning, there's going to be a Jeep that rumbles to a start.
Guys,
in Calgary or somewhere in fucking Canada.
I'm telling you.
And all the way down I-17 he's going to go.
Anybody, if you see anybody heading south from Canada in a Jeep with no shirt on, let me know. Tweet me. Jimmie P is funny. On Twitter, let me know. He's coming to kill you. And Jimmie too. But probably me more. He's going to kill me. He's going to beat me with Jimmie. That's what he's going to do.
He's going to show up and go, you Jimmie?
He's going to hold you by your feet and beat you to death with you.
Got to talk to you about some alleged bullshit.
And shove the cricket bat up our ass. I heard you've been talking some alleged bullshit. It's just alleged bullshit.
Heard you got a cricket bat. I would love to see that.
It's just a show, man. Just alleged bullshit. Relax. He's got to live in a halfway house and not have contact with any criminals, obviously. That was the main reason, by the way. I didn't say.
You ever been arrested? I've been arrested. He can't touch me.
He can't touch you, no.
He can't come near me.
No, I don't think he cares. He's going to blow your house up, goddammit. I'm worried about this. So do not give him our address if he asks you for it. Neither of our addresses. You don't know us.
Yeah.
We perform this show from international waters. on a small barge.
rowboat.
Just a small barge out in the Caribbean. It's very hard to find. And we're protected by trained sharks. Anyway.
And Jeeps do not reach it.
They do not reach it. Sorry, buddy. We are protected by Ben
Unbelievable,
Kramer
he's out.
organization.
I can't believe
he's
that.
out.
With
he's
all
out.
that shit he's been through.
And he's fucking out now. This guy's wandering around. You could go up to Canada, you can go out for a beer and run into this guy.
Unbelievable.
And see a shirtless man with a True to the Crew tattoo and go, holy shit, I'm in trouble. And don't tell him where I live. Just we'll say that. And that's this goddamn lunatic.
Mr. John
Croitoru.
Croitoru.
Have we had a bigger lunatic than that?
Johnny Canine. What a lunatic.
Johnny Canine's insane.
I don't want to know him.
No.
At first I wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
Right up until he blew up the police station. Right up until he allegedly blew up a police station.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with this man now.
Everybody else like drinks and drives, or even if they kill their girlfriend for whatever reason or do this. This guy's just a fucking Batman villain.
Reckless.
He's crazy.
He's just reckless.
He's a crazy biker gang. Like he's like a movie biker gang.
Yeah.
Like you would be like, bikers gangs can't be that crazy. They are.
He's like the bad guy in Raising Arizona. Like he's like that.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. I'm telling you. That's him, or at least one of his buddies. That's what he is.
He knows that man.
Oh, it's his buddy. That's his pal. I think that was he was a co-conspirator in one of those cases.
He's one of the ungang.
Holy shit! So that's that guy. Good lord.
Fucking Johnny Canine.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's do some shout-outs quick
I would love
here
to.
before we run out of time.
Let's talk about Jaybird Wedbetter every week being amazing, and Busby. Those two are fucking super fans.
We love them, obviously.
And Manj Senga.
I love Manj.
He tells me that I pronounce that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Senga.
I don't even know if it's Manj. It may be. That J may be silent. It just may be man.
I don't know what the fuck your name is, but you appear to be an Indian fella in Britain, and you like our show, and we goddamn love you, and we love your hashtag, your pudding boy hashtag, and everything else. Thank you. We love you.
We have a new guy named Chris Brown. I do not believe it's the one that beat up Rihanna.
I looked to check just to make sure.
Blind Buddy. He's a good guy though.
That's just alleged bullshit, by the way.
I don't know if he is blind. He didn't say that or not. His tag is @BlindBuddy.
Tweet us. Tell us if you're blind.
Tell us if you're blind or not. And Jason Fuller actually called Greg Rosenthal a cunt.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
He tweeted out it and everything. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And Desi T and Patty Wooten and Mop Jockey and Jay Berg, the comedian.
Oh, yeah, Jay
He's
Berg.
terrific.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Jay Berg.
Max Leiden, you guys are our newest ones this week that we really appreciate. You're very sweet.
I'm going to say it before. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. We don't have a network.
Yeah.
We don't have that stuff. We don't have a network. We have
each other.
We have each other, and we have you guys. That's
what
it.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Each other. I wasn't saying it to you.
Obviously, we're here.
To you.
Obviously, we're here.
I said it into your eyes. But...
Also, too, Marius Johnson pledged on our Patreon.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Marius Johnson, very much. We really, really appreciate that.
We were in dire need of these cards.
That means the world to us.
It was time.
It is time.
So thank you all for being amazing. And the listens and the loyalty have been through the roof.
Thanks.
It's insane.
Please spread the word.
Yeah.
Crime and Sports Movement, guys. You guys, thank you.
You're it.
We
Tell
don't have
6
anything
people.
else. Yeah, and you know what? We don't even want a fucking network at this point. We're doing well just from you guys,
just with
building our audience, and we kind of like building our audience organically. You guys like us.
I like it being
You tell your friend that might like it, and then it's like, we're all...
I said it before, the wide variety of finding the people that look so different, have such different lifestyles.
From across the other side of the world.
No kidding. Yeah. You eat different foods. You're in different cultures, for Pete's sake. You have different beliefs than these people.
Absolutely.
But you're still interested in the same thing.
You still want to laugh at rapists.
You still want to hear
thank you.
a terrible story about some cocksucking jerk that's just terrible to people, and hear us make fun of them.
And we appreciate the shit out of that. Thank you. God damn it. So please follow us on social media, at Crime and Sports on Twitter, crimeandsports@gmail.com, facebook.com/crimeandsports. If you do want to throw us a few bucks, you can donate at our Patreon page, patreon.com/crimeandsports. That helps us so much. We just opened up a new studio. Index cards are expensive. There's a lot of shit, but honestly,
and we use a lot of them.
We use a lot of them. Yeah, what we really want from you guys and really beg you guys for iTunes reviews. If you do that for us, it is worth the weight in gold.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how much that's worth to us, because that drives us up the charts, gives us better sponsors, and more money on that, and then we get their money and not yours, because we don't want your fucking money. We want you to sit back and laugh and let other people pay for this shit, and we'll put up on a good show for you guys until the end of goddamn time.
And speaking of charts, we rose to our highest position ever in the UK.
35
we were number 35
in our category.
in the UK last week.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's crazy, guys.
It's
Thank
insane.
you, UK guys. Thank you. Spread it. Let's get it. Let's see how high we can go in the UK. Thank you. You fucking guys. Thank you. And I like to thank you once again and always to Sarah Hunt, our social media person, who puts up all the cool pictures and all the cool memes and all the little things. That's all her.
Pictures of Frankie.
She makes that. She takes all the pictures
Photo
of Frankie.
sessions of a goddamn dog for you guys.
For you guys. So I mean, she's great. She does everything. I'm a little biased also. You know that is kind of my girlfriend also, but still, I'm very biased toward her. She's fantastic. She does a great job. So thank you to Sarah on that. She put up a little thing with UK and Australia with, I don't know if you saw
Australia
that, the
versus
charts.
the UK.
Yeah, and it said Australia, you're going to let the UK punk you guys like that. So I love it. So let's compete. UK, Australia. UK is kicking your ass right now, Australia.
Real.
Get your shit together. Get out your wallabies and pound the pavement and help us out, guys. Mark Busby, get on those fuckers. We appreciate it. Also, too, there's listening party is this week.
Oh, he canceled it.
Oh, he did?
He
shit.
had to cancel it. He has
well,
some things
Busby had some shit going on. Busby has kids and a family.
Yeah,
It's fine.
He has a job and...
He'll do another one. Don't worry about it,
it'll come
Australia.
up.
It's all good.
It's a bit early.
But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for everything. We love it. We have more scum for you next week. Another wild story that you didn't even know existed.
Just like fucking Johnny Canine.
You didn't know Johnny Canine existed, did you?
No.
I didn't till this week.
I never
even
knew he wrestled.
That's what I mean. Hit him with your social media, Jimmie, would you?
At Whisman Sucks, WHISMAN Sucks, on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And Jimmie Whisman on Facebook. You can find me. Just find those on those social media forums, and you'll see how to spell my name.
You can see. Go to at Crime and Sports. It says our names.
There you go.
You can see that. I'm at Jimmie P is funny on all the crap, and my regular name on Facebook and all that shit. So find us on there.
Yeah.
Follow us. Say hello. We love you guys so much.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week.